which project do you want to explain here?
The project that I want to explain is an assignment that we had. That we had actually to create that we had to use a font, our favorite font, to make a 3D sculpture out of it. And I chose this Arabic font. It's one of the common used ones, and it's called Kufik Square. And the special thing, and what I really love, is because it's created by the use of a grid. And mostly, let's say, Arabic is written in a free, organic way. But let's say, for this thing, what they actually use in public space, they created a grid. And this grid can actually allow them to have more freedom.
And how does this grid relate back to the Rietveld building?
I would say it would relate because the Rietveld building is also built in a grid. So if you would look at the building, every column is actually exactly the same distance, 2 meters then. And this thing is so these shapes are pixelized, and they have each time a particular distance.
And how did you get a freedom out of this grid?
Yeah, the freedom thing is it looks strange, of course, while it's so square. But when you define it, you can really, the freedom is that you it's easier to actually create more difficult things. So like you see in this thing, it's just repeating certain words, and then you can make it as big as you want.
And what kind of experience do you want out of this?
So the experience, eventually I had to make it 3D, it had to become a sculpture. And so I extruded it. And here you really see how I actually build it up. So I made a block with a text of it, of the last verse of a Quranic text. And you have an outer shell, you have an open white space, and then eventually you have a little maze where you can actually end up.
And do you think you managed to control the way to perceive this cube?
I think I manage it because the principles, I use architectural principles of having an entrance and controlling the way you enter, and then also controlling the height, while a higher ceiling can add something to your experience, and also the way the light comes in.
Okay.
And I think also if you would see it eventually as a humongous concrete building or a pavilion, you would definitely have a certain experience.